Just a disclaimer, this video contains a lot of rambling and trial and error and all that kind of stuff. So if you just googled how to make screentones and wanna jump right into a specific part, here are the timestamps of the video. Feel free to skip ahead to any of the parts shown below. I don't like the phrase of parts below, but if you don't want to skip ahead, feel free to watch the whole video and the whole process of me doing this stuff. I would appreciate that. Thank you! Now, on to the video. Have you ever been reading manga and thought to yourself, I wish that the perfect manga existed, but it doesn't. So you decide to make one, but you realize there's no comic book industry in your country. So you decide to become the face of a comic book revolution that will create an entire industry and encourage other artists to follow. But then you realize that making comics takes years of hard work and effort, and so you start slowly working towards your goals and dreams. But then you realize that because there is no existing comic book industry in your country, that also means that there hasn't been a need for the supplies needed to create manga anywhere near your country, and therefore the materials are impossible to find. So then you realize you could always order stuff from other countries like Japan, but you also realize that you have been focusing on making comic books and haven't gone to real work, so now you have no money, and so ordering expensive equipment from Japan is out of the question, and therefore your only option is to make stuff yourself. So you start frantically searching for tutorials from the internet, but you find none, absolutely zero. So you just decide to frig it and start experimenting, hoping it will yield positive results, and you can make a tutorial video for all those other aspiring artists you wish to inspire as well. Well, I have, and today we are creating Screentones. Let's go. If you don't know what screentones are, it's an essential part of manga comic books, especially. In black and white comic books, to create an illusion of mid-tones, meaning grays, different shades of gray, manga artists use these transparent sheets of full of black dots, different size dots and different intervals, and it creates the illusion of gray. That's what screentones are, also known as halftones, midtones, many names like that. As I said in the intro, I haven't been able to find anywhere near me, nowhere in Finland seems to be. All screentones seem to be gone from the existence. Then I came to the realization that somebody has to make all the screentones in the first place, so I looked a little bit into it. How difficult could it be? There are no tutorials anywhere to be found. I don't think anyone has ever even considered creating screentones, at least in the Western world, which is quite strange to me. All the tutorials that I found only point to digital screentones, just how to apply screentones in Clip Studio Paint or something, and that's not what I want. I want the analog media, I want the physical screentones. I want my manga creation process to be completely physical. That's why I'm doing this. So I decided I will do some experimenting and try to create some screentones myself. I've never tried screentones to begin with, so I don't know how authentic this will end up being, but my main goal is not authenticity. My main goal is to create screentones that I could apply to my manga page, that look good, that I can work with like authentic screentones, meaning cutting it to shape and possibly even scraping some of it off for that faded effect some mangakas use. So yes, today we are experimenting with all of that. To begin with the materials I will be using, or I guess the material I will be using is this. I do not endorse buying from places like Temu or AliExpress or anything like that, and this video is definitely not sponsored by any of those, but being a poor man, I had to go the cheapest route I could. So I ordered this clear sticker paper sheet, 20 sheets per pack from Temu. I think it was like 6 euros when I ordered it at least. The important thing about this is that I have an inkjet printer, so I needed to get sticker sheets for inkjet printers. I don't know what happens if you put laser printer paper on an inkjet printer, and I do not want to try. The other important thing is that it's clear sticker paper, meaning it has no white background, meaning it is transparent. I already did some experimenting with the stickers themselves, and the printer prints on them fairly good. As you can see, the sticker sheets are transparent, so this is perfect for me. I am a little worried about the glossiness of the paper and how it will affect on the scan, and I am also a little worried about the stickiness of these stickers. I am a little afraid that they are too sticky. I might have to experiment some with that as well, but we'll see. The thinness of the sticker sheet seems perfect though. So this is what we're working with, and now let's move on to creating some sample screen tones that we can try out. Let's go. I have previously made some other manga materials as well, mainly this grid that I use for guidelines in my manga paper. If you wish to know more about this and the exact dimensions and everything, I have a video called How I Make a Manga Page, something like that, on my YouTube channel, so check it out. But anyways, now to screen tones. The same base principle, I created a file using the A4 settings, since A4 sticker paper is what I will be using. Creating screen tones is very simple in Clip Studio Paint that I am using. You select an area, like so, and then you press this New Tone button for the selected area. Here you have the basic settings for the screen tone, and this is what it will look like. Now, according to my research of typing it in Google, shonen mangas typically use a frequency between 50 and 60, and then variation on the density between 10 to 60%, depending on the desired effect. I will be using only circle type screen tones for now. I will make 6 pieces of screen tone to try it out on the same file, with the density jumping from 10, 20, 30, so forth. So let's do that, try some variations and print it out. I actually decided to first of all change my DPI on the canvas file to 300 instead of 350 and switch the frequency to 50 as well, because I feel like the other one was way too sharp for my trusty old printer to print. With these changes done, let's try and print this out and applying it to a piece of paper, seeing how it works. Okay, what the heck is this? Unexpected thing. Why does the print preview look like this? This is not what the file looks like. Oh god, no. Okay. We will try and print it out anyways. This is why we are experimenting. Let's see if this is just a software thing. Okay. Okay, so it did the exact thing that the preview said it would do. I don't know why and I don't know how to fix it. Let's see if I can figure things out. Okay. I think I figured it out. It looks good here in the print preview at least. What I had wrong, the setting was this print size. I had it on actual size, so it just zoomed in. So scale according to paper size. I changed that setting and now everything looks muy bueno. Fantastic. Let's try and print this out. Yes, I can see the head already. I don't know about this. It's not really dots. Something went wrong here. The printer used like shades of purple or something. Even when I look at it closely, it doesn't look like dots to me. It's just tones. I think what happened is the file size is too large and therefore the dots are too small. The printer cannot handle it. This failed one looks way better because it was zoomed in. You can make out each individual dot, so I have to do something about that. I don't know what yet, but I will figure things out. I've remade this thing using only 60, 40 and 20 densities. I also changed all of the canvas properties for a way smaller file with way less resolution. And finally, on my printer advanced settings, I keep high quality and put the color mode on monochrome, black and white. Now, let's try what it looks like with these settings. It left half of the half of the light tones unprinted. But I think I can work with this. The print lines do bother me a little bit, but when you're making homemade stuff, you can't be complaining about everything. Let's see, I'll check some settings and see if I can make it better. If not, I'll print these in full sheets. Regardless of the skewed printing, I think I like this outcome the best. I changed the frequency of the dots to 30, and then I have the densities of 20, 40 and 60. The print lines are still an issue, but there's really nothing I can do about that. So next up, let's try them out. How do they stick to paper and stuff? The frequency and the size are good enough that I think my scanner will be able to scan them in as individual dots. This is what it looks like. Transparent sticky sheet with dots. The sticker is too sticky. After putting it in and trying to cut it into shape, as you can see here, it's pulling the paper with it. So far, after patting it on my clothes, it still looks quite good. I can see some like fabric on it, but maybe it won't show up. Wow, that seemed to have done the trick. It's not a perfect solution. Still did some tearing. That might have been on me. It was my first time ever applying this sort of stuff. But I can safely say that it definitely works. Patting it down on a t-shirt a few times before applying takes off enough of the adhesive that doesn't stick too much. Don't mind the hole in my t-shirt. When it comes to inside of the screen tone, cutting things out, it's way more difficult. Yes, I should pat it on my clothes more and stuff like that. That's partly the adhesive, but I think a part of it is also my technique. I think this is workable, definitely. Now, the other thing that I know can be done with screen tones is scratching some of it off to get some sort of like a gradient feel. Let's see if we can do that with this. It's fully possible to do. I just need to work on my technique of how to do it. I can safely say that that works as well. So far the screen tone has done exactly what I needed. I am fairly pleased with it. I will be needing a lot more practice. Lastly, on this video, I will be drawing a picture and trying my best to apply screen tones as I would in a real manga. Let's see. I'll draw a picture, put some screen tones, and give my final thoughts. Let's go. Okay, as is visible from my beautiful clouds, I need quite a bit of practice working this stuff. After practicing with these illustrations, I have come to the following conclusion. The screen tones are perfect for somebody like me. The only issue there really is the super stickiness of the screen tones. But I noticed that while removing the excess screen tone from the paper, if you put the knife in between the screen tone and the paper, sliding it there in a certain angle, it comes off clean, basically. I need practice doing that, but with this, I learned that it's completely possible. If you try to remove a small thing from inside a sheet of screen tone, it becomes way more difficult getting the blade in between the screen tone and the paper. I have also purchased a heat gun, but it has not arrived yet. So I'm hoping that applying some heat will loosen the adhesive and make it easier to peel off. As I've said a million times already, I haven't tried real screen tone, so I can't really compare to that, unfortunately. But this is 100% workable. I tried already that it scans just perfectly fine. So yes, overall, this experiment, massive success. I just need practice working the stuff. Stickiness is the only complaint I have. Now, for these screen tone sheets that I made and that I printed out and that I will be using personally, I have left a link down in the description so you can download these 3 different sheets yourself and print them out on the sticker paper yourself. I really hope you guys try this out yourself and spread the word that you can actually make screen tones by yourself. You don't have to be a millionaire or in Japan to use them. That's my message for the video. Nevertheless, I have nothing more to say. Great success, and all that's left for you is to like and subscribe.